farewell tour a little while ago, so they are no more. But we are back with one of the most up-and-coming thrash bands. I hope I've described you correctly. We talk about that in a minute. I'm joined by The Gathering. They're all here, and I'm actually going to be talking to Bart and Marika, a lady in a heavy band. So Bart, tell us a little bit about the scene in the Netherlands for the more heavy and brutal type of music.
I think it's pretty good at the moment. There are lots of original bands. Everybody tries to develop its own original style. I think that's pretty good.
Are there lots of places to play?
Yeah, we'll play. We play about every weekend. So there are lots of venues.
And the fans like very fanatical about death, and the thrash music?
Yeah, I think they're probably the most fanatic fans.
I agree. Now, Marika, it's unusual for a lady to be in such a sort of extreme band. What's your role within The Gathering?
Well, I think you couldn't describe it as background vocals. It's more like a form of duet. It's yeah.
Are you actually into that style of music yourself?
No, not really. But I wouldn't describe it as a style of music because I just like that music, that band. But it's more of the contrast that works.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds interesting. We're going to see in a little while, actually. So Bart, tell us a little history of The Gathering for people out there in Europe who may not be familiar with the band.
Well, we don't have such a long history. I mean, we have been started playing around 1989, so we exist for about 3 years. And in that time, we've recorded only one demo and one CD.
Right.
So, and now it's starting to roll.
Yeah. So what are you working on at the moment?
Some newer songs. It's a bit different from the first LP. It's going to be more gothic, more wave-ish kind of thing. So we hope that it will be just fine.
Tell me a little bit about your sound, because I sort of described you as like a thrash band. I know it's difficult to describe, but where do you see yourselves in the overall spectrum of heavy rock?
Well, I guess it's definitely not thrash. It's more of at least the first LP is more death metal, with some symphonic influences and some psychedelic influences. But the newer style is a lot different. Especially the vocals will change from the death grunt to the normal type of singing. So.
And the video we're going to see now is which is that from the current album?
That's from the first album, Always, a song called King for a Day.
and right now I'm joined by another Dutch heavy and brutal band called Gorefest, and I should think a few of you, well, quite a few of you have heard of them outside of the Netherlands because you've recently been on tour with Deicide, haven't you? Now there was a lot of action happening on that tour, not necessarily on stage, was there? Because there was the bomb blast. Tell us what happened.
Well, we were playing, we were into our fourth song, and something went off. I mean, I heard a big bang. I thought
it was a firecracker or something.
Fireworks, an amp blowing up or something. I mean, and after that, after the gig, we heard it was a bomb. I mean, yeah, well.
And that was directed at Deicide, wasn't it?
I think so, because they're obviously the most controversial band on the tour. So
nobody was injured.
No, I don't think so.
Good. Good. I mean, going on tour with a band like Deicide would suggest that you are perhaps sympathetic with their views a little bit. Do you relate to Deicide in any way?
Well, they're pretty good guys. Apart from that, we're not Satanists or anything. So, it was just a good tour to be on, because you meet a lot of people, and a lot of people show up, of course, because they're a big band. Everybody wants to see them, so you get a good turn up at the gigs. And that's,
but obviously, the bomb was against Glenn speaking out, saying that he liked to torture animals, which was not a pleasant thing at all. Did you have a problem with that?
No, not really. Well, we don't relate to their views, of course. Our views are quite different, but yeah, we wanted to see a lot of metal fans. We want a lot of fans to see us, and we needed a big tour like that. So.
All right. Could you tell us a little history of Gorefest? When did you get together, and where are you at with records?
Chris and I, Chris, our vocalist, bass player, and me started the band in '88. We formed a proper lineup in '89. Recorded a few demos. Did the first album for Foundation 2000, which are the Gathering on now on. And after that, we went to Nuclear Blast for the second album. That's about it.
But no videos available yet?
Not yet, no.
So if we haven't got anything to show you out there, how would you describe your sound and the kind of subjects that you deal with in lyrics?
Lyric-wise, you could call lyrics like attacks on human ignorance and stupidity. That's about it. I mean, nothing satanic or gory or anything. That's just the lyrics are pretty personal to Chris, who writes them. So that's basically it. I mean, I can't really say anything about the lyrics because they're really his lyrics, but right. I do stand behind him, of course. But
musically,
brutal, heavy, a bit of melody in there somewhere. Not too much, obviously.
Influence here and there.
70s.
Yes, sort of things we like, but mostly we try to keep it death metal.
Yeah,
as loud and as brutal as possible.
Songs,
just catchy songs, of course, but songs, the classical.
Well, thanks very much for taking time out to talk to me. This is Frank and Boudewijn. Frank and Boudewijn from Gorefest there for you, and hopefully when you guys do get a video together, we'll be able to play it on the Headbangers board. So good luck to you. And right now we are going to take another